Hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome. So we're going to be doing the coil base craft kits today. And let me pull this up over here. And it should be up and running. Okay. Let me do all the things. Let's see. I am back again. And copy. Send. Hold on, y'all. Paste. Should be. It should be sending. It should go through. Let's see. I think it just has to update. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's pull Facebook back up. Okay. So welcome. I am on the YouTube. I'm on the Facebook. Hello, Mimi. Hello, Marvin. I don't know your names, so you'll have to tell me what your names are if you're watching on YouTube. Also, if you're on Facebook, quick things before we get started on this here. These are the birdhouses. I have the other ones over here that we can do if we have time. We are working with wood craft kits that we cut in our warehouse. We do cut them on our laser machines. We ship them to the United States and Canada. And if you're on YouTube, their information is in the description of the video. If you're watching on Facebook, you can comment the word Coil, C-O-I-L, and there will be a replay, or there will be a Facebook message sent to you with a link to the Coil base craft kits. Miranda, okay, I will try to remember that. I don't know that I will remember it, but I will try to remember it. But thank you so much for being here. Hope you're having a great day. I have some colors selected here for each of the birdhouses that I'm going to do. It's like a variety of colors. Let me scoot this over. I will change the view to be more focused on what we're working on here. It will be more like this here momentarily, but people like to see my face for some reason. These are cute little shelf sitters. They have little stands that you will glue them into, and they're great for like a tier tray shelf, you know, just to sit on a shelf. Really great activity if you want to do with as an adult or with kids. And then we also have this over here that I'm going to try to get to if we can. These are the little Easter friends. They're like little spring friends, but there's a chick, there's a bunny, there's a sheep in this one, and then this is just birdhouses. So these are really cute, and these would pair really great with this set here. Hello, Christy. How are you doing? Welcome. Let me get this pulled up over here so I can keep track on this side of my little work area over here. So I have been consistently trying to do my videos both on Facebook and on YouTube, and I know that this is going to be a learning curve for a lot of people. Some people are like, you know, just be on Facebook, just be YouTube. Listen, I'm one person. I'm one person trying to do all the things. I was already live on Facebook earlier gluing together things, so I'm trying to just put onto the YouTube just the tutorials, and that way you can follow along. There are other videos on my YouTube channel that you can watch. There's just a lot. I do a lot of tutorials and showing people how to use our products and just to inspire you and teach you something, hopefully. So let's go ahead and go over the colors that we're going to use for this. It's fine if you don't remember, no worries. Oh, thank you. I will try to remember. I can't promise that I'll remember, but let's see. Love the sets you did earlier. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, Shelly. Hello, Julie. Hello, everyone. So we have a lot of people on the Facebook, and YouTube will catch on the more I come on and do these videos. People who want to be a part of the live crafting will show up. But Most people are watching on the replay, which is okay. Hello everybody. Welcome. Yeah, so the birdhouse, the interchangeable birdhouse, let me show you really quick in case you weren't here. This, I just finished photographing this. So this one will be coming once the pictures get edited and each one of these get listed. So this is a little birdhouse. It's about 9 inches tall, and it will come with this home sign, this roof, and this door, and then your birdhouse. There are interchangeables that will go with it. And, but this is the base of it, and it is just a cute little birdhouse. And I think these would go cute if you did them to kind of coordinate with this, and they would sit lower. So you could sit beside if you wanted to do like a little vignette, you know, of things. And then it has little interchangeable doors. So this is coming. This is super cute. I love it so much. I'm going to set that over there. And that way when we get done with this, I will show you like what they look like if you paired them together. Okay, so let's go over the colors real quick. All right, so you're going to get both of these birdhouses. You're going to get this one and you're going to get this one. And as you can see, they are, let me get my ruler. They are about, let's see, they're about 6 inches tall. With the stand, they're about 6 inches. And then this one over here is also about 6 inches. So they're not super large. This one's 3 inches wide. That one is like a little over 2.5. So they're really great, and it's the pair, okay? This is my first of your lives to watch. Well, yay, welcome. So I've been doing Facebook Lives for years, and normally we just upload our replays to YouTube, but I wanted to start doing the live videos over here too, because there's people who prefer to watch on YouTube, and there's people who prefer to watch on Facebook. So this is a mix of paints from Nicole. She has, her business is called Afraid Not. This is chalk paint. And then I also have Deco Art colors. So we're going to do rusty bases. We might tone them down just a little bit because I don't want the bases to be not matching with the colors that I chose. So we might tone this down just a smidge. But I have the asphaltum and cinnamon stick to do like a rusty coil base. Again, like I said, we might change that up. And then for this birdhouse, I have these colors right here. I have Ocean for the bird. I'm planning on doing my birdhouse seafoam green, possibly, with a roof that is tortoise. I thought, let's kind of do semi-neutral, but kind of, you know, springish. It would be neutral to kind of go with other things too. I also have vintage lace for our flower. So those are the colors there. And then we'll use the yellow for our flower over here. And then on this side for this birdhouse, I have the breezy blue. I have flamingo. I also have pineapple. I have teepee. And then I also have army. Those are the colors I have for this. So I'm going to stick this one over here because we're going to use that. And I'm going to set these aside. And then our bases, I haven't decided exactly what we're going to do with those. We might do them, I don't know for sure just yet. But let's focus on doing one of these at a time. Let's get a plate. And we're going to probably use sponges. And yeah, we're just going to have a grand old time. Nice colors. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did. I actually showed everybody on my video how much chicken that I ate, and I showed them how much potato salad that I ate. And then I shared it with my sister. I did. All right, so we're going to do our birdhouse. You know what? I need a black. We'll need a black. All right. So we're going to take all of this stuff off of here. And we're going to start with this one first. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. And I'm gonna set this on here. And I'm gonna do a pencil mark on the inside so I kind of know exactly where my little circle needs to be. And we're gonna paint that black. All right, our little bird just kind of sits in the little opening. So we will paint that there black. And let me go ahead and grab some black paint right here. So this is lamp black. And I'm just gonna use what's in the lid. And we will use a paintbrush. Did April enjoy it? She did. You hear Dylan laugh? I know, his laugh is so contagious. They're all over there making files. April's running machines. We are working on the sale we just had. Well, I'm not. They are. They are. So we're going to do the inside of this little circle black. And, yeah, so they're working on trying to get everything cut, ran. They're in there, over there talking about stuff. So the little circle is going to go like so. Oh, let me just do just a little bit more, just to make sure we've covered everything. All that little edges. Definitely needed to over paint for sure. Yeah, you're gonna hear the machine start running here in a second. All right, let's check it again. I think I got it this time. Yeah. All right, so this is done. Now we're gonna do the base down here. And I'm gonna start with the asphaltum. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and do this coil base too. Let's see. Let's get us a sponge. Cut it up. Sweet sister. I try to be. I try to be. Alright, so this is, if you're wanting to do something that's got like a rusty look, you would do a base coat. Do a base coat of the color. And then we're going to go over this with a little bit of that cinnamon stick. I think we might do a green stand. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that. But let's go ahead and do the other coil base over here. I think I'm just going to do them rusty. So let's go ahead and coat this one. You really only need to do like one coat. And then you can brush on your cinnamon. Alright. Cinnamon stick is like a rusty color. And I will use a paintbrush for that. We'll come back to the stand. If we decide to do the stand, something else, we can do that. Alright, let's grab our cinnamon stick. And basically, what you're going to do is go over it. And just make it look like it's rusted. You just dab, dab, dab. Don't do full coverage. Leave some of the brown showing. Then you can sand it. So there's that. And then let's do this one. If you have cinnamon, like the cinnamon, you can use Mod Podge and real cinnamon. But I don't have any here, so we're just going to go with these paint colors. you don't really want to load it on too much. Just swoosh, swoosh along. And then let's get the bottom down here. And then I will sand this down just a little bit. Alright, so our bases are painted, and the two colors we used, again, were Asphaltum and Cinnamon Stick. So this one first, then this one. I was thinking about doing a green base too because it would look like grass, but I want to paint it first to see how it comes together before I decide on the stand. So I'm undecided. Hello, everybody on the Facebook. Y'all be sure to say hello. Y'all, I have new cameras coming. This one, the autofocus on it is absolutely terrible. It's terrible. Alrighty, so we're going to set this one back over here. This goes here. This one goes here. That one, this, that. Let's do our bird. I'm going to go ahead and do my bird the ocean color. It's like a little bluebird. And I'm going to cut my sponge down, and we're going to use the end of our sponge. Going to come right in there, and we're going to do the wing. And then the bird. It's a pretty vibrant bird. And we'll do the beak too. We might need a second coat, but I'm just gonna leave that. Alright. And then, oh, one thing I did forget is the little, I think it's this one that goes on there. Let me go ahead and paint this. One of these goes on this little circle here, but I think it's this one. Alright. So I always just set my sponges aside. So right up here, like I have my little sponges just kind of off to the side. And that way if I need to use them again, I can. Alright, so we're going to do our Birdhouse Seafoam Green. And I'm going to set this over here. You love that color blue? It's called Ocean. Alright, let's use this sponge here. Was probably too much paint. I'm not a very good judge of like how much I need. So, and then I'm going to paint the ring. The hoping I can do it with a paintbrush, the white. Like a little accent color. Our tool and go around the little score lines. We will distress this too. Alright, now we're going to do the trim, like the roof, and then these pieces, we're going to do tortoise. Cut another sponge. Do you get your files from different people off of Etsy or certain Etsy stores? All your files are adorable. I shop from people on not just Etsy. I make some of my own files. Like these, I bought these birdhouse elements are from something else. These coils are from the Christmas coil friends. I just took off the Christmas people and put on birdhouses. So I made these, but they're somebody else's elements. I believe these might be maybe from Sawdust Makery, I don't know. But So I have files from their actual, like, several memberships. I've sent ideas to people to make them. I have got them from, you can shop on Creative Fabrica, Design Bundles. You can go on Google and search for people's designs. Some of them are from Etsy, some of them are my own. And I have, like, we have 3,000 products in our shop, and I have thousands more of designs I haven't even cut. Like, there's a lot of different ones I haven't even offered.
Amber,
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and go home with Dylan. Right now I'm running the last run of
Okay.
the dividers. I got to do some laundry and stuff, so I'll have clothes to take with me.
How many of the subscription boxes still have to be ran?
I don't know. Dylan, do you know about
Did y'all run the subscription box today?
The monthly box?
Why not?
Because she ran the dividers for the red card.
Okay, well, the box has got to get done.
Yeah, I know.
But the only thing that's going to be on the machines is the dividers, and it takes 2 seconds to take them off.
Okay. Alright, so let's do the top. You're still learning how to do your own? Well, I draw some on Procreate on my iPad. Some of it I do right in Lightburn. Like, some of it's just a lot of node editing. But sometimes I draw it on my iPad, and then I'll take the image and send it to Lightburn, and then I just trace what I did and separate the elements. Okay, so here's this birdhouse, and I think I'm gonna do this and this. Okay, so I need to figure out how I want to do this. I think I'm going to do these the same color. I will tell you, I spend countless hours searching every word you can imagine for whatever I'm thinking of. But I've hired people on Fiverr to do stuff, like, if I've not really had time to convert my drawings, I've had them do it for me. Alright, so there is this cutie. Okay, our little bird's gonna go inside with the little wing, and now we're gonna do our little flower here, and then we are gonna do the opening of our birdhouse white, I believe. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Do you have a thing? Have you done anything raccoon? We have a ton of stuff, so let me show you. If you go to my shop and search raccoon, there are, oops, there's a raccoon nightlight. I think we have another raccoon something. We don't have a lot of stuff, but I swear, oh, we have a fox. We have a raccoon nightlight, and we have a raccoon suncatcher outline. I think that's a little raccoon. And then we don't have a lot of raccoon stuff, no. But we have these outlines that you can fill with crushed glass. And, like, you can fill them with crushed glass and make faux stained glass suncatchers. But no. Here's the thing, we stuff like raccoons, we've recently had people ask for for stuff that's like goat themed. I follow a lot of like trends of things like cows, Highland cows, bunnies, ducks, roosters. When you like raccoons aren't high trending on popularity, so we would try to think of like things that a lot of people would enjoy versus a very like individualized like one or two people or maybe even 5 people. We try to target a lot of people who have common interests. Wolves, I don't know. I don't know. Not off the top of my head. The best thing I could do is say, like, go to my shop, search the words, and see what comes up. And if you don't see anything, sometimes people will send me a message and they'll say, I'm looking for things with wolves. And then I'll say, send me an idea, like a picture of what your concept is, because obviously I'm not a mind reader. Wolves could be anything. And then when somebody sends me a picture, then I have a better idea of like what they're looking for versus like trying to cast a very wide net. And then I will go search for things based on what that is. And then I send out recommendations because most of the time, like I have a lady, her name is, I think her name's Nicole. She constantly sends me things, and she sends me all the stuff that she wants us to cut. She pays for the designs, like she pays for me to purchase it, because if I don't already own it, the customer usually buys the design. And because especially if it's very specialty, I cannot, like, a lot of the designers don't allow file sharing, so I'm not going to go buy it, and maybe you might get it when it's very individualized. So if there's something that you want, or something that you found, we can cut it. We have all these machines. We specially cut things for people all the time. And then it doesn't always mean that it's going to be offered to the public. So we've cut a lot of stuff that never, like, it's just for that person. So it's not that I don't, like, I can't tell you specifically, but wolves in particular and raccoons, those would also fall into like woodland creatures, like the woodland theme, cabin-y, kind of like a cabin, sometimes more of like a nature vibe. It's very broad. But then there's like a cartoon wolf. Like, do you want realism or like, I don't know, but hopefully that makes sense. How do you get to the shop? If you are on YouTube, I'll go put in a link, and you can just go browse around. Like, no pressure whatsoever, just go browse around. Let's see here. Let's see, and then we will finish crafting. Let's see, put this right here. Okay, so I just put the thing in there. I know, Jesse, what about goats? What about goats? I have been working on a goat collection, but there's not a lot of choices, and it's like, well, what kind of goat? Do you want a goat? Like, what kind of goat? I don't know. If you are like, goats, send me your ideas, like a concept of what it is you're looking for, and that will be way helpful than me trying to be like, would you like this goat? What about this goat? What about this one? What about this one? It's so challenging to not really know exactly what somebody's looking for. All right, we're gonna do vintage lace for our flower, and then we're gonna try to do the y'all, I can't get this open. We're gonna try to do the ring around. Oh gosh. Realism Howling at the Moon. No, we don't have that. Oh my gosh, I cannot get this open. Have you seen the bunny something? I don't know. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. The bunny puns. Have you seen the bunny puns? He duck and wheels. So cute. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know specifically what that means. Let's put some on our plate over here. Y'all, I need to clean the lid off before I put this back on. Let's do our flour white. And we'll do a yellow center. And then I will paint the ring around there. We might do stitches too. Pushing the ducks. You're crafting with rubber gloves? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So interesting. All right, we're going to use our little brush over here to try to do the ring of our birdhouse. I've probably seen it. I've likely probably seen it. Oh, and the rocking horse, that's a cute one too. All right, so I'm gonna go around the edge. It's gonna be messy. It is what it is. It'll be fine. I'll sand it down. I could have cut the center, like this little ring, but I didn't. I got kind of out of the lines over here. Trying to focus. Don't have a very steady hand. All right, we're gonna do a second coat. Kinda cute. All right, coat number 2. Like I said, the more I do, the worse it gets. I'll try to fix it and clean it up. All right, now I am going to paint the center, the inside part. There we go. All right, I think that's going to be fine. Let me peel all this stuff off of here because it's pretty gross. Before I put this lid back on. It's a little bit better. Okay. And I got paint all over myself. Alright, so I'm going to take my little tool here and I'm going to try and do a little scratcheroo. Clean it up. So it looks a little more distressed instead of a mess up. brush back and come back into here. Get another paper towel. I'm not like super in love with that spot right there. Aren't they cute? Alrighty. So, still undecided on the stand. So let's just put this one over here. And let's work on the next one. Our little bird, our little flower, our little roof. Our little wings. So that one is done. Let's work on the next one. So for the next one, I was thinking of doing this one pink, a pink birdhouse. So this one's kind of like a cottagey seafoam green. This one we're gonna do a pink. Okay, so they'll kind of pair together. I'm gonna pop this out, and we gotta paint the back of that black. Alright. Let's get us a sponge. And we're gonna do the whole thing pink. I didn't wax it either, so it's just going to be the pink. And we will do a couple coats of this. Let's do a little ring. And let's dry this. So we got a blue, a seafoam green, and a pink. With our little rusty coil sticks, like little stands. Alright. Coat number 2. We're going to do the top of this TP. It's kind of like a khaki white. Felt like the colors went really well. Okay, and then this piece here. Let's do that. Also, this is like the girl's house, that's the boy's house. Oh, I remember what I was supposed to do. Hold on. I remember. This was supposed to be breezy blue. It's going to be this, and then we're going to do breezy blue top up there. I forgot about that. Let's do breezy blue. When you forget, you forget. Oops. Okay, I think I got it. And the top. Blue, blue. All right. We're getting close. So close, so close. Or the rectangular piece. It looks better than just stick. Oh, it 100% adds character. Absolutely. I love it too. All right, let's do, what was next? So, that at the bottom, this at the top. Oh, the black opening. Oh, wrong brush. Was he talking to you?
Yeah, Sawyer, yeah.
Was he saying Dad?
Yeah, he says that.
All right, this is the opening to our birdhouse. This we're gonna do these green, and then we're gonna do our flower yellow. Very spring, some springy colors. I'm just getting it out of the lid over here. This color reminds me of the baby duck color. Lisa, this came from the dollar store. I will tell you, I ordered a piercing tool from Amazon. It's a metal piece. It should be here tomorrow. This came from Dollar Tree. They don't sell them anymore. And you can get them on Amazon for like $6 or $7 for a 2-pack. These are going to be green. These are going to be army green. It's army green. You don't have to use paints like I'm using. You can just use whatever colors you like. From whatever brand you like. I do think that it would be really cool to do these stands green. So this is the center of our flower. Do I have a link to the, hold on. Hold on. You can go on Amazon and look for it. $7. Hold on. My phone's loading. Give me a second. Come on, Facebook. Get it together. Goodness gracious. Okay, I just posted it. It's also in my Amazon shop. If you comment the word links and you go to my Amazon shop, it's in all the things. But all I did was go on to Amazon, scoring tool, piercing tool, any of the tools, and it's right here. 2-piece piercing and scoring tool set, fine and medium. $6.99. It's right here, and it says there's only 10 left in stock. So it came from Dollar Tree, but they don't sell it anymore. At least they haven't sold it at my store. Some people are saying it's still at their stores, but you might be able to go find it there. But this, I actually have like 3 packs of these, and so I'll use it till it falls apart. But I have ordered something else to maybe use instead of this. But yeah, that's what I got. All right, so we got our green. Let's see here. I'm trying to decide if I want to use, let me see how I glued it together. So this goes with this. This little circle goes on here, and this one goes on this flower. So I'm going to do the center of my flower, the vintage white, which is that, or vintage lace, which is right there. Hello, rainy Tennessee. Well, goodness. It's going to be rainy here Friday. I won't be here, but it'll be rainy Friday. We are going to leave tomorrow night and drive to like towards Atlanta, and then we'll finish our trip on Friday. All right, so I think that's good. Linda says, Amber, your hints and showing how to do this dressing helped me quite a bit, as my project looked like it only got dragged around the driveway. With more practice, I think it will look better. Thank you. You're so very welcome, Linda. Listen. Hang on. I need to set my computer to stop timing out. they don't last. This one I've had for a long time. I've had this one for a long time. Let me post this over on the video so that you can have it here. Okay, I put it on oh, Christy, you're in Charleston? I'm in the Savannah area, which you're not very far from me. By the way. Linda. Definitely practice for sure, because I'm not even kidding you when I tell you, and people think I'm crazy when I just say practice makes progress. It really does. If you're not practicing, you're not going to get any better. Like, it's, you got to practice. You got to change your techniques up just a little bit. So I'm glad to hear that the tips are helping you for sure. You need a vacation? I could be nosy and ask where you're going, but you probably already told us. I did. So, my mother-in-law is moving back from Indiana, and we're going Friday to help her. We have a truck, and so we're going to go up with our truck, like our pickup truck, and we're going to get a U-Haul trailer. We have a trailer, but I'm like, I don't really think we should drive our truck and trailer up there empty. We can just rent a U-Haul and bring it back. So we're going up tomorrow evening to drive towards Atlanta. And then we're going to go all the way to Indiana. So we will be going up to pick up my mother-in-law. April's going with us so she can see her kids. So she will probably be with her kids through till we leave, like from there. So she's very excited. She's going to get to go to her daughter's. Y'all, I have already chipped my nail polish. I've already chipped my nail polish. Ain't it lovely? Ain't it just lovely? I'm gonna put super glue on that. I am going to put super glue on that because I do not want to break off the corner of my fingernail. Sorry, I'm sanding my fingernail down. She's gonna get to go see her kids. Snowing in Utah. So anyways, my mother-in-law went and moved up there to kind of be close to where her mom is. And then now she's coming back. That will be a fun, long trip. No. Do you see the excitement? No. I don't want my husband to go by himself because it's a long way to drive, and he will. He's very stubborn. He will drive all the way there and not, like, he wouldn't even stop. Unless it was you go to the bathroom and get gas. Like, that is a long trip to go, and driving tired is a thing. And you can fall asleep so fast. And we are getting so much older. So I'm like, I don't think you should go by yourself. I think we should go with you. And then I was like, give my sister an opportunity to see her kids. So it just so happened that April's kids are also in this, like, in the same vicinity as Indianapolis. So, my mother-in-law is on the northern side, and April's kids are on the southern side. How many kids does April have? She has 3. April has 3 kids. Her oldest is grown, and she has 2, like, teenage, she's a boy and a girl who are teenagers. But her oldest he's in his 20s. How's my mother-in-law? How's her mom? She's not doing very good, but at this point, there's not really much that can be done. So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to go ahead and do these stands green. I think I'm going to do it. So let's go ahead and do the bases green. Hopefully I don't regret it. Normally I don't regret it, but hopefully I really don't. All right, I'm gonna use this here. A new sponge. I'm just gonna use a new one. Probably gonna need a second coat. Yeah, if you're watching on Facebook, you can comment the word Coil. And the automation will send you a link to our Coil base kits. It's too long for him by himself. Oh no, 100%. 100%. So when we moved her up there last year, she went up before we brought her stuff. And some of her stuff is in storage still here. But some of the things that she went up there, she wasn't going up there long term, but she went up there short term to stay. Which it's like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like people who are like snowbirds. They go south for the winter. She went north for the winter. But before, when she was here, she would go up and stay for a month or two. And it was just, the travel time was really wearing on her. So she's like, I'm just going to go back and stay for a while. So now she's coming back. And I told her, I was like, do you know how, like, she has no problem flying. But I'm like, do you know how quick and easy it is if something were to happen? You can just hop on an airplane. You can just get on a plane. Hop on a plane, go do your thing. Go see your mom. You don't have to stress about it. All right. So stands are green. I'm going to try to do the other Easter ones too. Okay, I'm going to do one coat. I cannot believe I chipped the color off my nail. It's because I'm pushing with my fingernail to pop these things out. I really shouldn't do that. I'm so stubborn though. Alright, let's move all this stuff. Let's put all of our little sponges right over here. That one's not done. That one, and I'm just going to toss that one. Alright, let me set that there. Okay, scissors. And that one. Alright, we're going to sand and assemble and decide how we want to do these. And when we're done with this, we will do the Easter ones. Because it's $3.50. I'll just go ahead and do them. It's not a big deal. So let's grab our sponges, or our sanding sponges. Where's the other one? Let's not use that one. Let's go with this one. And probably... switch this one around. I don't want to change this one just yet. Alright. Just gonna distress it. Where we get to add all the little fun details. Be careful that you don't break your birdhouse off your stand. My edges are really not clean. That's all right. We're gonna sand our coil. Let's do the tops. So yesterday we did a lot of little details on our bunnies, which they turned out absolutely adorable. If you did not see our bunnies yesterday, oh my gosh, they're so stinking cute. These will look cute with the bunnies. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing this stuff on. I left my glue laying on its side because it's almost out. We are nearing the end of this container of glue. You can do a pattern on your birdhouse if you want. I am not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it simple. And then we do need to do our little circle here. And I'll probably just do it brown. We'll do it like a dark brown. Let's do the back. I don't know, I don't really like that marker look. I think I might do paint. This gets glued to the back. And you can do like some moss in there and like tuck it in, like really tiny moss if you wanted to. Let's do our stand. Well, that's not bad. This gets glued along the bottom. That is a lot of glue right there. So let me try to scoop some and move it over. I mean, look how cute that's going to be. All right, our little flower. And the little center of our flower. Not going to use my fingernail. Flower in the middle of our birdhouse. Let's do the little greens. a small nail file. Those little tight areas. I do. I have some at home. I have some in my craft shed at my house. So if you're watching on YouTube, I have a whole crafty building that I bought and had created. I made it just for me to craft while I was at home. I used it for a while. I stopped crafting in the evenings because I needed to balance like my work life. And so I have not been out to that crafty building. First of all, I don't have any heat out there. And I'm not trying to do that. But I have a lot of my craft stuff out there and I just don't have it here. And little files and stuff like that. I have all of that stuff there. I brought most of my paint here because I've used quite a bit of it since I've been crafting here. But most of my stuff is still in that little crafty shed. Alright. Here is the first little birdhouse. I mean, that is cute. That's cute. Alright, let's dress this up just a little bit, shall we? First of all, I'm gonna do... what is it? Looking for my marker. Okay, there's my pen. I'm gonna do the little perch black. A little black ring. I'm going to do little black stitches along the roof because I think it's just adorable. We're gonna do white stitches along the blue. Do little dots up the sides. I think that's cute. And then I'm going to do stitches along the base. She forgot to turn that oven off before she left. Oh, this stuff is optional. You don't have to do all this stuff. I just think it's going to be cute, so I'm doing it. They're just whimsy and fun. Alright, birdhouse everyone. Done. Let's add our glue. I'm gonna hold it here till it dries. That's where my glue is dripped. I'll show you how it looks here in a second. Now you can paint like the tops. Mine look really messy, but you know, it's fine. This is our little birdhouse. This is the first one. It is a pair of, like a set of two. And I'm going to set that one right over there, finish drying. And we're going to finish up doing this one. So we're going to do all the finishings here. Do a little birdhouse. Okay, and the distressing is okay, because that's the look I'm going for. Go ahead and add this to the top. And then our little birdhouse piece. So cute. I mean, look at this. They're adorable. They're like neighbors. Okay. I have glue all over my hands. Do it this way. So there we go. I had a lot of glue there. They're like boyfriend and girlfriend. Yes. Yes. I have glue all over this bottle, which is getting all over my hands. Hello, Susan. I'm going to put this circle on the center of this flower. So I'm going to paint it yellow. So let me grab that yellow. And let's just use this little brush. And then we need to do our beak. So cute. You guys, that's so cute. All right, one more coat on this. Oh my gosh. I just get glue on my brush. No way. No way. we're going to have to retire our glue because I'm pretty sure I just got it all over my brush, but I'm thinking it was just on the handle. All right, let's do the little beak. There we go. All right. Y'all, I was about to be so angry. I'm going to definitely distress the edges of our wings so it will stand off of our bird a little bit better. All right, so our little bird's eye, let's do it black. Okay, our little wing. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There's a little left in you. He's home. She's not. She's out shopping. She's out shopping. He's at home waiting. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's true, but we're pretending here. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, come on. Like stuck to my hand. So let's do matching little dashes. It's part of the HOA. The HOA of the Birdhouse Association. You know, sometimes when you're crafting, you just have to make up a story in your mind that makes it more fun. You really do. You really, truly do. stashes, here we come. Ooh. Here we go. Sometimes the little tip of this gets clogged. Alright, let's go around the top. And then our little birdhouses will be done, and we will, if you want to hang out, I'll come back on a new video, and we'll do the other ones. That way this video is not extra long, and I can title them separately. So I'll just come back on in just a second. I'll reset this and get my colors, which I have them right over here. I just need to clean up all this stuff and get this out of the way. And I'll show you how these turned out. These are adorable. He's home, she's not. Seriously. She's out shopping. And he's got his eyes closed in his little birdhouse, and he is like, there she goes again. Oh my gosh. Look at those. Fun. Look at these. Look at these two cuties. So we did the little grassy bases. We did the rusty little coil springs. How cute are these right here? And then look. Here's the one, the interchangeable birdhouse that's coming. And just so you can see, like, if you wanted to pair these with it, you could totally do that. It wouldn't clash because this is its own little thing, but they are tiered. So if you wanted to do them together, this is not in the shop yet, but it is coming. So this is how they look. This is what we took pictures of earlier. Adorable, right? Right. So, let me clean this whole little area up really quick. I will come back if people want to come on and hang out for the next one. It's been all day. Y'all, I've been on here all day. I have a lot of stuff I needed to get done. But we will do the Coil Spring Little Friends. So, thank you for being here. Once again, this is what we did today, in case you want to see it. I love these, and I think they're so adorable, and the ones we do momentarily, I think will look really cute with these. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out today. If you were on Facebook, you can comment the word coil. If you're watching on YouTube, the description says it's a search query. So it's like a URL. It's a link to the search for the word coil. And basically when you click it, anything that has the word coil on it is going to come up on that page. So hopefully you guys go check that out. And I'll be back on again. It'll be just right back to back here in just a second. With those over there, like I said, you're welcome to watch, or you can watch on the replay. So y'all enjoy your evening, and I'll see you.